I'm a strong believer that everyone deserves a second chance and everyone deserves to be helped. And if you have the knowledge and the tools to help someone, why not? Why not go ahead and do it? Even if it's someone who might not deserve help, why not show them that there is someone out there who is willing to help them? There is good in the world, and there isn't just crime and hate and doing things the wrong way. Why not show that person that there is a good way to do things? Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. So today's video is totally different from all the ones I've done, because today I'm going to be talking about my kind of experience slash story of working at a prison. And every time I tell someone that I work at a prison, they're quite, not shocked, but they're like, oh really? Like, they're really interested in why I ended up working in a prison and what I do. But yeah, I work in a prison and I might not be working there any longer after next month or so. But anyway, today I thought I would talk about how I got into working in a prison and what the experience is and what I've learned from it and what I want to take from it, I guess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, on my Instagram, on my Twitter and on my Snapchat. So yeah, and I'm also vlogging every week and I'm doing quite well with that. I'm uploading on Saturdays or Sundays, so I have something I'm sitting on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's begin. So I studied psychology in university. I graduated last year, and during my studies one of the assignments were that we had to get 50 hours of volunteering or work placement in an area in psychology. I wanted to do it in a prison or in a kind of youth place, but then I managed to get a job at a school doing research, so I did that as my 50 hours. And then in my third year I wasn't doing anything, and I think if you're in university you really need to do some type of volunteering or work. It's really useful. Like in the first year I didn't really do anything like that, and I wish I did. Because you have so much more time than in third year and fourth year. But anyways, in third year I decided to pick up something because I felt like I was not doing anything and I really wanted some experience, and I'm so glad I did. So every week, like, our teachers would send us like these newsletters on what kind of opportunities there were, like any volunteering opportunities or work opportunities, and I used to check them, but I never really used to like apply to anything. But then once a teacher sent me one of working with prisoners as a mentor, and I thought it was very, very exciting and interesting, so I just thought I'd go for it. And I'm so glad I did, because like 2 weeks later I got an email saying that I should go to a training slash induction slash interview thing they were going to do with everyone, well, most of the people that applied. And I went to it, and to be honest, I was quite scared, but I wasn't scared because of the setting, like in a prison. I was scared because I wasn't sure I was fit for the job. I felt like maybe they needed more experienced people, but they did say in the application that you didn't really need direct experience in prisons. Anyway, so I decided to, well, I went that day, and it was so good. Like the first day of induction, we went in, and obviously we had to leave like our phones and valuables and everything in a locker, and then we went up to the room where the classrooms were. And they gave us like it was a really long day. It was like from 9 till 6. They gave us information about basically all the crimes that go on in London, like most common crimes and hotspots and gang crimes, because we were going to be working with young offenders. So they gave us all about the background about that, and how these people end up in prison and all the different reasons people end up in prison. And it was like, honestly, I loved that training. I took so much notes, and they gave us so much notes, and I was so excited for the next training. But they did tell us that not all of us would be mentors. Some of us would be chosen to be mentors, but some of them would have been working in like office work and HR work, which I didn't want to do. So I thought, you know, if I'm not going to be a mentor, I probably won't accept the job. But anyway, I decided to go to the next training day, and the next training day was even more interesting because we went in depth in terms of the actual prisoners, and they taught us about like the differences in prisons. So for example, each prison is categorized differently. There's A, B, C and D. I work in a C, so basically A is like for like the most dangerous crime, and I work in a C, so it's not that dangerous, but obviously there are a lot of risks still. Yeah, it was so interesting. I loved that training day because we learned about what goes on in prison, what they do, how they manage to sneak in illegal stuff, drug abuse, stuff like that, and it was really interesting. And then they sent us home and they said they would email us if we got, well, if we were going to be chosen as a mentor, as a work in an office for them. And I got an email and they told us, well, they told me that I was going to be a mentor for 2 prisoners, and I was like, oh my god, I was so excited and so like happy that I got it. And then after that we had to apply for like a permit to work there, like a DBS, to work in Her Majesty's prison. I don't know how to explain it for people that are not from the UK, but basically it's like a permit, like a permission thing that you can work there because like you have no crimes or whatever, or no criminal record. But anyway, when that got cleared, I went to a security and key talk, which was kind of scary because I thought, oh my god, I'm going to be like handling keys and everything. And it was a whole day as well, but it wasn't that interesting as the other trainings. It was just basically how to keep safe in the prison, how to keep yourself safe, how to, you're meant to interact with the prisoners, where you're meant to sit when you're in the classroom with them, a whole lot of things. And then we got our keys and our pouch and everything, and then they taught us how to use the keys and everything. And then like 2 weeks after, I had my first day, and I was quite scared, but I was also very excited to meet who I was going to work with. So I went with my manager to the first meeting, and basically we sat down, and because I'm a mentor, basically what I have to do with them is we have to cover a whole array of topics that will eventually help them for when they leave prison. So we go over stuff like CVs and interview skills, and applying for jobs, applying for university, stuff like that. But then there's also the emotional side to it, because we talk about, what was that alarm? We talk about anger issues that they might have, drug abuse, we talk about relationships they may have, their family. I think family, I've learned that family plays such a huge role in these people's lives. Honestly, those who have family, when they go visit them, their mood changes, and you notice it when you're working with them. Yeah, so we talk about family issues, we talk about a lot of the time we talk about forgiveness, because I feel like in a lot of those people's hearts there is a lot of anger, and there is a lot of hate towards a person or a situation or whatever. And so we talk about forgiveness, we talk about overcoming all that anger that they have, because some of them are really, they have like this hard shell in their heart, and basically what we try and do is, you know, crack it open, try and see why they end up in that situation. I mean, I used to think, I've always thought that people deserve second chances. I always think it's important to give these people a second chance. And I feel like if there isn't people who are willing to help them, how are they ever going to change? How do we want crime rates to decrease if we're not helping these people? Because they need help. They have problems. They have anger problems. They have drug abuse problems. They have mental health issues. They have antisocial behavior problems. Like, they have all these problems that come from different kind of areas. It comes maybe from their family. Maybe they were born into a family that had already had problems with crime, and problems with drug abuse, and problems with physical abuse and all of that. So, or maybe it's just them, they made wrong decisions in life, or they went into the wrong crowd. A lot of these people, because they're in gangs, they feel really loyal towards their gang members, and that genuinely takes them to committing crimes and stuff like that. So I think it's very important to help these people, just the same way it's important to help anyone in the world. You know, I feel like if you learn stuff. Like if I had the chance to learn a psychology, well, go to a psychology course and learn about therapy, learn about counselling, learn about helping to change people's lives, I need to do something about it. I can't just go to a lecture, write notes, and then go home and not put in practice what I've learned. And I feel like loads of students do that. And it's not just for psychology, but for any course that you do. If you're lucky enough to have an education, but then you don't use that to put it in practice, then I feel like there was no point. So yeah, it's a very emotional job, because you have to listen to these stories, and some of them cry, some of them get angry, some of them feel frustrated, and it's not like you can hug them like you hug a friend. There is no physical contact, so you just need to listen, and you need to try and cheer them up, but not in a physical way, more in a verbal way. And a lot of the things that we do with them is like we put scenarios up and we ask them, what would you do, how would you react, and then we kind of discuss what's the better way to react. And yeah, so I had loads of sessions with the guys that I was working with, and it's been over a year now that I've been doing this, going in once a week and having these mentoring sessions. And honestly, it feels great to be doing this. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping them. There is days when they don't want to listen to me and they don't feel like working, but there are some days when they're so willing, and I feel like consistency is very important. The more I go, the more they seem to want to open up, the more they seem to want to talk to me. So in terms of actually working inside the prison, it's good. I really like it. You get used to it. There's a lot of doors, there's a lot of keys, there's a lot of security things, but you just get used to it. You get used to the routine, and the people inside are really nice. Obviously, I feel like if you work in a prison, you need to love your job to be able to be there. Not everyone can work in a prison, because there is a lot of emotional situations that you're going to be in, a lot of security situations. A lot of my friends ask me if I'm not scared of being there, and like the number one thing is you can't be scared. You can't show them that you're scared. And I don't get scared. I don't feel threatened by them in any way, because I mean, the people that I'm working with, they were put into that organisation to work with me because they wanted help, and because their probation officers or whoever referred them knows that they could use from this. Yeah, I have really enjoyed this experience, and I do hope that anyone who's watching this who wants to work in a prison, or is thinking about volunteering in a prison, or is studying criminology or forensics or psychology or counselling or anything, this is a great way to put in practice what you're learning. It feels good, you learn from it, and it's a setting that you wouldn't expect people to work in. I feel like whenever I go and work there, I forget about myself. I forget about my problems and my issues, because I feel like people are so stuck into their problems, into their issues, they forget to realise that there is people out there who have worse issues than us. They are going through some tough stuff. It's nice to have that thing where you can just go and like hear people's stories and learn about them the same way you're helping them. And yeah, I hope someone that watches this goes ahead and does it, because is amazing, and I really learned from it. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be filming more videos soon. Yeah, thank you guys. I love you all. Bye. Guy to fix his leg.
Fix his leg, yeah.
He's got something on his leg, so we're gonna see. Oh, what are they gonna tell you?